Stars shining bright above you, night breezes seem to whisper I love you, birds singing in the sycamore trees, dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me, just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. Why I'm alone and always can be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading but I linger on dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till down there, just saying this.
Here is what I was missing. I was presuming it was in this menu, but it's actually in the neighboring menu with a picture of a headphone on it. There I find it. There's the oscillator. There's the queuing. And now we go from here and I try to figure out how it works.
Say nighty night and kiss me, just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. Why I'm alone and always can be, dream a little dream of me.
såg det at fikk jeg det gamle bruset som før jeg har hatt. Jeg fikk det gamle bruset da du strøk forbi min vei, slo hjertet vilt. Og da du såg på meg, sto hjertet stilt. Ennå lengte jeg som før, jeg kunne lengte. Ennå finnes det gnist, det var nok det jeg tenkte. Nye kjærleikseventyr er ikke tingen for meg, for det bruser ennå ved tanken på det.
Hey guys, I'm very excited. I got this honorable prize for doing sound in the jazz club in Asker. That's extremely nice thing. It's an other honorable prize. It's like yeah, it's a big music prize here, and it's very exciting to see. Not just the reaction from the audience in the club, but from all over the country. It's been coming congratulations, and I thank you all, and I'm deeply humbled by it. So thank you very much. It was fantastic experience, and I didn't know a prize could make you feel that humble, but it really, really did. And if it weren't for the good musicians, I would never have achieved this. So thank you again. It was given to me by the mayor, Lene Conradi is her name, and I was quite clearly shocked when I got it, so thanks again. But today's topic is, as some of you might know, I bought a new mix. Due to my health, I'm not getting any better, to say it in the least. That's one of the reasons I have really not posted much lately, because you look really bad on the screen when you're in the worst kind of shape like I am. But I've done a few jobs on a new board. It's a Yamaha DM3. I mainly bought it because of size. It's a much easier board to carry around than my Midas. I have to really praise this little mixer. It sounds exceptionally good in my ears. Of course, when you used to work on a little bit bigger stuff, you always miss something, but that's workable. That's not a problem. If you can work around it and get whatever kind of result you like. I mean, compared to a few years ago, you didn't have 10% of the possibilities you have in today's mix consoles, and I really have to say that it sounds amazingly good. And as far as as long as the production is not too big, it's perfect. That's the only way to explain it. It's just the right size, just the right amount of doodlies and knobs. There is no knobs in that sense. Everything is on the touchscreen. There's one knob on the side. Unfortunately, I have to put the mix on the stage and do it from the mix app, which is the next little hiccup I have with this particular console. The app is not really the best. There will probably come other apps or updates that will be a little bit more flexible than this one, because some of the functions you have to go physically to the mix and do. It's not a big deal, but as long as you're prepared, it's not a big deal. But if you have to do it during a show, it can be a little frustrating. But on the other hand, I use in my setup a TP-Link router, and it's really been stable. So I know there are a few gaming routers and so forth. People think they're better, but stay away from them. They have a lot of things going on in there that you don't need, and they are unnecessarily expensive. I think this one is about, it's about £100, 1,000 kroner or something like that, €100. I'm not a financial expert, so I don't know the kroner up and down like on that. It's a TP-Link router, and I think as long as you stick with the good names, like Asus, TP-Link, and D-Link, and things like that, you'll get stable stuff. This was recommended to me from a website, which are audio related. And I also use the TP-Link on the Midas. I still have one Midas. In case bigger things turn up, I need more input channels. I have to say that there's been already 2 jobs that I really could have used a couple more input channels. There's only 16 XLRs available on this DM3, but 90% of jobs it's sufficient. So and it's very, very quiet, very clean, and the recordings are superb, and I can't complain too much about the product. And the hardware from Yamaha is like a tank. It's very good. I can see I have some coffee here, so I'll take my time and drink a little coffee. I can say one thing. It's this little thing, this little mix, is it's probably gonna make you a more if you're a little bit fresh in a game and you need a mix. This is the right way to go, because they show you the right path with this one knob system. Of course, it's very fascinating thing to use in the beginning, but it's gonna teach you a lot about EQ, and you're gonna learn quite a bit about compression. After a few turns on this, you realize that, okay, I need a little bit different approach. So you can deselect the one knob mode, but then you already have a setting that you can work from. This is when you work on a board. It's a little bit more fiddly on the app, I think, but not too bad. So and what I realized quite quickly was on the app, when you make something called a custom fader layer, where you have your main event going on, you can scroll on the top and really get fast into the dynamics, the EQ, whatever you need, the gain, so forth. Just a little caution, it's the typical Yamaha gains, don't overgain the stuff. It's if you start to overgain it starts to sound it's not like the Midas that can handle a little bit more. The preamps might be a little bit more grainy on the Midas, but this is a more clean world in a way. But they both have their strong sides, and they're both fantastic. So the mixers are good. Compared to 15-20 years ago, these mixers are up there with the best. And if you go even further back, I just can't understand the people that really I love the analog gear from the 80s and 70s and stuff. Okay, you love it, but it's creamy to work on. It's very good, but in the last section, on the output section, put on a recorder and listen to all the noise you have in this older stuff. It's unbelievable, and and this new stuff, it's dead quiet. This Yamaha it's so quiet. I really wonder what the hell does it work, or but it's really, really quiet, and I mean, in a very, very positive way, because it allows you, if you load up the mix, 16 channels, it allows you to gain your things very, very, very good. You don't have to overgain some stuff that's really making noise, and it's very easy to identify the noise source. when it's there. Just listen to the channel, okay? You got a noisy mic line, whatever. So in this respect, you will absolutely work much quicker and much more correct. And it's got exactly the right amount of technology, not to scare you shitless, and if you really want to go further, you can go to bigger boards and bigger boards and bigger boards, and you will have the basic understanding on how things are built from there. But on this board, you have a great, it's not the cheapest thing. If I had the money for it, I probably would have bought at least the Dante model. It's not come out yet, so it's not a serious thing. But I realized quite quickly I don't really need it. And if you go one step further again, maybe you should take a look at the new Tascam Sonic View. But again, Tascam mixer, I'm not sure. I know that this Yamaha board is built like a tanks, and it's dead reliable. So that's the main reason. And the Tascam is quite a lot more expensive, the 16-channel version, but it has, of course, Dante, and it has extra screens, and it probably have a lot of features that this one doesn't have. I haven't checked it that much out, but it's and as far as I know, the new Tascam preamps are good, but this Yamaha preamps are pristine. I can recommend them. It's a big step from the older Yamaha that you're used to. This is super class preamps, and the EQ is fantastic. So I mean, if you can't do sound on this one, there's absolutely no point of going further up the ladder. Learn this, and you know it all. And in a way, I fell a little bit in love with the Yamaha's structure of clean, open way of navigating in the mix. I think if I end on a Rivage or DM7 is the big brother to this one, or some of the other more high-end Yamaha stuff, I would feel right at home. And I remember from a few years ago that it used to be quite a lot Yamaha console called the M7CL. I remember this console. Especially the one with the stage box and the digital connection to the stage. And I think it was one of the first big format, or at least bigger format mixers I worked on. And it took me about 8 to 10 minutes. I had this board in the fingers. And this I've been thinking a lot about that. Is this as simple to operate? And yes, it is. I must give them credit that this is very simple. It's much more simple than the Midas system, in my opinion. Then all the Soundcraft VI series came about, and that's not too bad, but it's a little bit more tricky to learn. And then I came back to the Yamaha, and it was just everything worked. So just a thought. It's easy to learn, easy to work on. So I have a colleague that's borrowed the mixer now, and he's learning, and he had it for a day or two, and he says, well, this is a no-brainer. You're gonna buy one. I probably I'm not in any way sponsored by Yamaha or any. I used to have a small deal with Roland and the M400, fantastic board. But Roland, mixer, the name, touring, etc. It doesn't resonate well with the community, so I'm not sure if they even make pro mixers anymore, but I did a try, and the M3 200, 300, 400, I had the M400, and I think it was an M500 as well, but it didn't really catch on, and but for me personally, it was a great mix. So this one reminds me sound-wise a little bit about the Roland stuff. Very neutral, very you can go very like with this. So kudos to Yamaha for making this kind of affordable. It's not cheap, I'm not saying that, but it's affordable for the kind of mixer it is. And I think probably for most of us, it's enough for smaller gigs. So till next time, I hope it's not going to be this long, but I'm not in the best of shapes. So it will come when it comes, and when I have something to say. Okay, see you. Grab a mic, go outside, record before the snow is coming. Bye.
Dr. Jan.